Hello, my name is Josh Tenner. I'm a musician from the Baltimore Towson area. I go to Towson University. I'm graduating in fall 2022. In my day-to-day life, I'm a music major and an audio production major. And I play in 2 different bands. The first band is called Cicada Season, and we formed in February of this year. And the second band is Captain Ahab and the Seamen, and we formed around 3 months ago. On my average day to day, I usually wake up about an hour before class time, try and eat some breakfast here if I have the time, and then drive to school. It usually takes me about 20 minutes from where I live. Then after school, I usually go home. I also work at Domino's as a delivery driver and a cook. I first started working at Domino's in July of 2020 for financial reasons, and our store is completely understaffed, and I do basically everything, and I'm usually there until about 1 a.m. My parents bought me my first guitar when I was 5 years old, but I had a broken wrist at the time and was not interested. So I put down the guitar for about 10 years, and around sophomore, junior year, I started playing the guitar more seriously, but I never considered making it into a career until college. When the pandemic first hit, I was getting really into jazz guitar, and I was taking lessons at the school with John Lee, but once I had to move home in April of 2020, I started playing less jazz guitar and started playing with more bands, doing rock and pop covers and original tunes. The first paid gig I ever did was in October of 2020. We played at Denda Coffee in Towson. This was still pretty early on in the pandemic, and so we were all playing with masks on. And after about 4 gigs, the owner of the building told us that we were not allowed to play there until a vaccine had been released. And we visited every restaurant and bar within like 5 miles of campus and was shot down by every single one. Since the pandemic, a lot of venues have never brought back their live music, and that's something that the bands I play in have struggled with. Is that a lot of the places that we'd like to play that used to offer music around here no longer do. Some places are afraid that bringing a band in will attract too many people, and they're trying to keep the capacity of their restaurants lower. I think another reason that some of these venues are not bringing back live music is due to labor shortages and economic hard times, and some of these restaurants just don't have the budget. The gigs have been a little dry since the semester started, but both Captain Ahab and Cicada Season have some gigs coming up. Captain Ahab is playing the Crackpot Seafood Restaurant. The Crackpot attracts a lot of sad, middle-aged alcoholics who don't like to dance that much and don't care for live music that much. But there are the exceptions. There are people who come out every single Friday to see us play. The next Cicada Season gig is at Zen West. We've played there 3 times before. For those who don't know, Zen West is a restaurant, bar, music venue off of Northern Parkway and York Road at Zen West. It's a different vibe because it's a bit more nerve-wracking and exciting playing at Zen West. You're getting up on a stage in front of 50 to 100 people who all have their eyes on you. They're not just sitting around enjoying a beer or eating food. They're waiting for you to play. And I think that pressure makes us play better. I think I've realized that making a career as a performing musician is very difficult and unlikely. So I've decided that I want to work in a recording studio, either as a engineer or as a producer or as a mixer. I think the pandemic has been an eye-opening experience for a lot of us, and certainly a difficult time for many of us. But I think during this time I learned a lot about playing music and the music industry, and I've had a lot of great opportunities during this time and a lot of hardships. But I think that the events that have transpired over the last year and a half have given me a better understanding of where I want to go in life.